Welcome everyone to your weekly pick a card reading for Monday the 19th to Sunday the 25th of December, or for whenever you come across this message, as these messages are timeless. They will find you when they need to, or you will find them when you need to. Thank you for joining me again, and I hope that these messages resonate and will guide and help you in the week ahead. I also wanted to take this time to wish you a very Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. I hope it is filled with joy and love. Let's get started. Okay everyone, we have pole number 1, we have pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. We have the tiger's eye for pole number 1, we have the black onyx for pole number 2, we have the tourmaline for pole number 3, and we have the tiger's iron, or the iron tiger. I don't know if you can see that, it's actually quite pretty. That's called Iron Tiger for pole number 4. So as usual, my friends, select as you feel called or drawn to by pole number, the different images on the card or the crystals. Timestamps will be below. Feel free to select as many poles as you need to. I'm sure there will be a message in each of those for you. And take the time, if you need it, to pause the video so you've got more time to feel which pole might be calling you the most. Welcome pole number 1 to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. You have wisdom, cow spirit with the miracles are endless. You have evolution, the 10 of swords, the 2 of cups, and renewal. So the renewal card in the traditional tarot is the judgment card. Okay, pole number 1. So we start off with wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Yeah, it's an interesting message, isn't it? To try to, I guess it's a way of finding the positive in everything, isn't it? But it's also very much the wisdom behind all the things that we encounter on our journey. You know, it's this sense of really believing that everything that comes to us is either to teach us something, make us aware of something, help us to grow and change. But it's definitely something to help us along our path. And so when we see the challenges, or in this instance the adversaries, so that's other people that, you know, might trigger us or challenge us in some ways, when we see others and situations as opportunities, everything changes. It's to give you an example, pole number 1, it's like saying to yourself, I want to be kinder, and then coming across people that are angry or not kind. And in those moments, it gives you the opportunity to be kind, to be that which you wish to be. And you've got the evolution card. You know, you've got renewal in judgment. That's your higher self, spirit, your guardian angel calling you to rise up, to change, to move on. And that's what wisdom does. Wisdom enables us to do that. And in order to gain, wisdom is not knowledge. You know, it's not our intellect. It's not the information that we collect. True wisdom, it comes from our experiences. They're things that we have been through. It doesn't come from another. We can't understand somebody else's wisdom sometimes until we have experienced similar things or things along that path, so we can understand it. And that's what I'm seeing in your reading here. There's a real level of, I want to say spiritual, maybe even an awakening, but definitely a spiritual progression. It's this, you know, coming into understanding of all aspects of yourself, not just the 3D physical aspect of yourself. And then you have evolution, and it says, in each lifetime we learn and grow so much, and each lesson adds to the rich evolution of our souls, of our soul being. Like a beautiful tapestry, we weave ourselves brighter and more brilliant with each expansion in our energy. Connect to the bigger picture and see the divinely guided evolution of your life. And we need a certain level of wisdom to be able to evolve in life, to be able to see more than what our eyes see. You know, almost to see what we feel, to see the unknown, to see what we can't physically see, the untangible. And it's true that every time we evolve, every time we grow, every time we change, we radiate more of our inner light. And as we do that, you know, we weave ourselves brighter and more brilliant, because that's the energy that we're putting out. Low vibrating energy. And when we are not aware of the energy that we put out into the world, you know, we dim our light, or we don't know that we've got it, and we kind of almost mask ourselves. You know, we put masks on, we're not authentic, and that dims our light. And there's some wisdom. You know, this is talking about expanding your spiritual light. This is talking about the brilliant light that you weave into your life with evolution. Every time you grow, every time you have lessons, and they teach you, they help you gain wisdom. There's an evolving here. And I love how you have the cow spirit pole number 1, because it says the miracles are endless. And I feel that this is what you are going to see. You're going to see all those little synchronicities, all those little things that have always been around you. You know, all these little things that just fall into place. We don't even notice it. We just see the end result that we're happy with or not happy with. But if we take a moment to pause and to think, wow, what had to come about to get these people in this situation at the same time, or get me here to be confronted with this experience, whatever it might be. They're all miracles. And I feel that you're going to see that. And I'm really drawn to the word endless here. Because not only the miracles that are in life, you're going to see that they're endless. They're kind of always there in one way or another. But I feel with this, you are going to see yourself as endless. And by that, pole number one, I mean your organic self, your mind and your body are of this lifetime. They are not endless. They will end. But your soul is endless. And it will come back in another form, a different being, a different mindset, to learn and experience different things. And I feel that's almost what you're tapping into, pole number one, is this endlessness of you. And in that feeling of endlessness, understanding that there is an end to your organic self, but you also are a spiritual self which is endless. There's going to be this huge shift. Pole number one is what I'm feeling in the way that you see your life, the way that you see others, and the way that you see the world, the universe. And I get the feeling that you're going to see how you function in that, how we all function in that. And it's really going to change your perspective on life. You have the Ten of Swords and the Two of Cups. And I feel here that the Ten of Swords in this reading, I feel it's really the end of you as you have known yourself. It's almost like this rebirth. It's the old you, your beliefs and the way you see everything has changed so much. Your clarity, the wisdom that you have gained, the evolving that you have done, the growing and the changing that you have done. The old you just doesn't belong there at all. Old habits, old mindsets, old ways of seeing and doing things, of being. And so ultimately it's like the ending of the old you. It will just fall away, pole number one. I don't even, Spirit's saying you don't even need to do anything. You just evolve, you just grow, you just learn and see and feel and understand. And the old you suddenly will fall away and you'll be like, wow. When you look at the past, if you look at photos, you'll feel like that was almost another lifetime. It was a different person. And I feel with this Two of Cups, pole number one, there is just, I just see this as a new life. I don't know why. I don't think I've ever seen the Two of Cups like this, but I feel like, be whichever one you want, male or female, it doesn't really matter. But I feel like the other person, whichever one you see yourself as, I feel like the other person is spirit. And you see how you co-create together. This can be your soul and your mind, your being and your doing, you and the universe, your ego and your inner guidance, your soul. And I just feel them coming together. They see that they're not opposites, but these two different entities, almost I want to call them. When you bring them together, they have something to offer each other. And it's more than, it's bigger than each individual part of you, or each individual person, or it's encompassing the connectiveness of everything. this is quite a full-on message, pole number one. A real awakening, but more than an awakening, it's kind of like you've been awake for a while. And this is the end of your awakening journey, where you are awakened. And that doesn't mean that now you're enlightened and forever will be. No, there's more lessons, there's other journeys, but this has brought you to a real completely new way of being and doing and seeing and feeling and understanding. And I feel pile number one, I'm really drawn to say on every level, and I feel it will spill out into your life. And it renews you. So this is the Judgment card in traditional tarot. And the card says, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. And this is you renewed. I'm seeing this renewal as almost like, rebirth. And I really see you laying the past to rest, understanding it. You take no bitterness, no resentment, nothing from your past with you, just the wisdom that you've gained. That's all you're taking with you, because there's this greater level of understanding. And I just feel pile number one, it just sets you on a completely new path. And there's this trust, there's this understanding, there's this change of perception, perspective. And there's this seeing of these miracles in your life and what a miracle life is. And pole number one, that's not hard to see when we've got challenges and life is not flowing as we would probably like. But I just get the feeling, pole number one, you even understand that. You understand that the challenges are there for you, to guide you and to help you. And you are going to be renewed. Wow, pole number one, that's very, very deep for you this week. What a message just before Christmas. I'm going to leave it there. I wish you all the best. Love and light, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number two. Welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you. We have Ascension. We have Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. We have Desires. We have the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands, and we have the Six of Cups. Okay, pole number two, let's have a little look at what's going on here. Okay, what a way to start the reading, because this is pretty much your overall energy for the week. So you have Ascension, and it says your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. Now, straight up, the readings might end up being completely different, but if you were drawn to pole number one, pole number two, go and have a look at it. Your soul is evolving to higher states of consciousness. You are ready for this. And I really feel that. I'm going to jump straight to the tarot actually. I was going to wait, but no, I'm being guided to come straight to here because it says you are ready for this. And I feel this Five of Wands, I feel like this is almost all aspects of yourself, your environment, the people around you that are creating doubts in you. I'm just seeing this Five of Wands in your reading today, pole number 2, as doubts, being full of doubts, all these different doubts that are fighting for your attention. And the reason why they're fighting for your attention is because you are trying to rise above them. You understand them on a level. You understand that doubts come because there is an aspect that is unknown, and because we get fearful. And I feel, because this is ascension, I feel there's already a certain level of awakening in you. There's a certain level of understanding in you. And I feel, so you understand that the doubts, you know, why they're there. And you also understand that, yes, you can acknowledge them and know that you're afraid. They kind of point out, you know, what you're afraid of, where you maybe don't trust enough in yourself or in the bigger picture or the universe. So you understand to look at them objectively, but sometimes they still, you know, sometimes they'll still strike a blow that will really get your attention, and you might fall into it for a little while. But Spirit's saying, keep going, pole number 2, because essentially it wants you to walk through this portal into something different. And that can be as simple as a different, well, I say as simple, it's not simple, but it can be something just like a change of mindset, change of understanding, to a complete change of life and everything in between. Apply this energy how it fits in your life, pole number 2. But there is a sense of being called. I was going to say pulled, but that's not right. You're being called. I almost feel like you've got people in your life, or a person in your life, or there's a group of people. There might be a business, there might be a association, a club, something. It might even be on social media, but there's a group of people or somebody that you have your eye on that has accomplished or is where you would like to be. And not in a competitive way, not in a comparative kind of way. It's just that they're almost like a beacon guiding you, because you can see that your dream is achievable because others have achieved it before you. They might not be doing exactly like you want to do it, but there is a level of, you can see that it can be done because others have done it. And you will work through your doubts, pole number 2. You really will, because this pull is so aligned. And like I said, you can see it. It's not just that you can feel it and you trust in it, but you can see it. Does it make it easy? No. But I feel that you'll do it. You're just gonna go. And I'm not often drawn to the numbers of the minor arcana, except just to say that that's the Five of Wands, but I really am today, because for some reason I'm seeing the 2 5s and then the 1, and I'm really seeing them as separate numbers, and I'm seeing there's a lot of change for this new beginning. And I know in numerology, you know, this is, well, in Roman numerals it's a 4, but if I was to add the 5 and the 1, it's a 6 in numerology. But that's just not how I'm viewing it today for your reading, pole number 2. I'm really viewing it as in 5, so a lot of change, internal, external. And then this 1, this promise of going through the portal, walking through the threshold to a whole new beginning. And I'm going to continue on the tarot while I'm here, because it kind of guides straight in. And the 6 of Cups is your past. It can be your childhood, past memories, how you grew up, what you were told, your beliefs from way back. The card says children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romance from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. And for your reading today, pole number 2, I just see the Six of Cups as it's almost like this Six of Cups is here. So it's almost like we've got the Four of Wands, we've got the Five of Wands and the Six of Cups. And the Five of Wands is the kind of worry, the kind of effort it's taking to break away from your past, to be the person that can walk through this portal, this threshold into a whole new life. And that's what ascension is. You know, it's your consciousness. It's you becoming aware of being more than your physical body. And of course, so much more than that. But you start to understand, you can start to piece things together. You can start to feel, you know, you can hear the call of your soul and where it's guiding you to go. And it does require leaving the past behind. And for some of you, this is just your old self. And like I said earlier, if you were drawn to pole number 1, please go and listen to it. The message was different, but very, very similar. And then you have desires. Purpose without pleasure is an unnecessary grind. Follow your senses each day to discover what your mind, body, and spirit desire. Allow this to drench you, to fill your chalice with complete satisfaction. Create a purpose of service and fun, and you will live a deeply satisfied life. Oh, I just feel that's that. And you know, I've just got the feeling that with this message, I feel the Five of Wands can be you working towards fulfilling your purpose. But at the moment it feels like work because you haven't walked through the portal yet. You don't have all the information. You haven't quite transformed yourself into, I don't know, whatever is needed for you, pole number 2, to walk forth with joy. But I feel with you there, like the card says, purpose without pleasure is an unnecessary grind. Now that might be that your purpose of the past maybe wasn't your true purpose, it wasn't your soul's purpose, and now you're aligning with your soul, so it's going to be a much more soul-driven purpose. But I'm also sensing for a lot of you, when we hear our soul's calling and we see the purpose, like the you know, some steps that we can take, I think there's so much uncertainty and doubt. There isn't a lot of pleasure, I don't feel, in the beginning steps, or it's tainted with worry and uncertainty. And have I understood this right? Have I heard the calling right? Is it just my imagination? And I feel we're wobbly. We're kind of a little bit, we do battle ourselves a little bit, you know, we kind of, 1 minute we're on this foot, 1 minute we're on that foot, 1 minute we're laughing, 1 minute we're fearful, 1 minute we're, and I feel that walking through this portal is actually, that's going to fall away. There'll still be challenges, pole number 2, but this uncertainty, you'll get more and more certain. And then as you go through the threshold, you'll get so much clarity and so much understanding that there will just be pleasure, still work, but you'll be happy to get up in the morning to do it. You'll be happy to spend, you know, the time in your day for these desires, for these callings. And I love the moth spirit in this reading for you, pole number 2. It says simply, surrender now. And I really appreciate this card being in your reading, because it really shows me, pole number 2, there's nothing you need to do to get here, to go through the fresh threshold. Surrendering the doubts, surrendering the past, surrendering yourself, allowing things to play out as they need to, not trying to force anything or block anything, speed things up, slow things down. There's a real sense of all in divine timing, going with the flow, surrendering to what is. Those hunches that you get, those ideas that you get, surrendering to it, understanding where they come from. It's going to be really important in this journey for you, pole number 2, to really be able to surrender. And I'm looking at all the red on this card, and you know, that's our root chakra, that's our base chakra, that is our survival and our security, our safety chakra, if you like. And there's a sense of really, you know, as we raise our vibration, as we raise our consciousness, as we become more aligned with spirit, with our inner selves, with our souls, with God, the universe, with everything, we're not as fearful. Our base chakra is still there, and it still needs balancing because we still are a physical form. It's part of us. But it almost feels like it will be more grounded. It will be less fearful when we connect through our crown chakra. I'm almost getting the sense, pole number 2, it's just with this red, I'm feeling, don't stop. Don't allow fear to stop you. Feel it. Understand it. It's part of this. It's part of this energy that bring up the doubts and the uncertainty. But still move forward. This is an amazing reading, very, like pole 1, very, very deep messages so far this week. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 2. Love and light, my friends. Again, I wish you a very Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. We have blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. Beautiful. We have vulture spirit. Sorry, I'll put that one over here. Nothing is wasted. We have unfolding. We have the 2 of wands. We have the sun. And we have the lovers. Beautiful. Okay, pole number 3. Let's get started. So we start the reading, and the overall energy for the reading is the blue flame. And the card says, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. You've got the lovers and you've got the sun. That's beautiful. This is understanding. This is real connection, real alignment. And when we light that light inside of us that fuels love inside of us, and when I mean love, I don't just mean who you love, but just real love. Love for all that is, love for what you do, love for who you are. It's this essence of love. It's the knowing that we are all love. And it's embracing that. It's understanding it on a certain level that helps you see past the everyday. And I also feel that this connect to the blue flame, it's the light within you. It's your soul. It's also spirit. It's also something bigger than you. Whatever you believe is, do you believe there's a force? Do you believe in God? Do you believe, and I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about the universe, spirit, source, creator, something that we co-create life with. Something that holds our spirit almost, that connects with our spirit, that is part of our spirit. Our spirit feeds it and it feeds our spirit. It's almost like the drop of ocean. In the ocean you can't see that drop. If you take a drop from the ocean and put it, on a plate, you can see that drop. That drop is our soul when it's connected. When you see it as part of the everything, it's just the everything. And then when you see each individual person, that's when you see the drop, you see each soul. And that's kind of how I feel like you're going to be looking at the world and looking at others. You're going to see their shortcomings, you're going to see who they are, but you're going to see the person, the soul behind that. And I just feel a level of compassion is going to arise out of you. So that's a very interesting message to stand alone. Be interesting to see how that plays out with the rest of the cards. And then you have unfolding, and it says, you don't arrive at your purpose one day. It's a natural unfolding of moments throughout your life that bring you closer to your truth, the nature of your being, and your soul's eternal spark. There's no right or wrong way to unfold. Just surrender what doesn't feel like truth and sink into what does. Wow. I like the last bit. Just surrender what doesn't feel like truth and sink into what does. And that's this connection, that's this seeing past, almost, I want to say seeing past the scene, seeing past what we can, the physical, tangible world, to see what lies beneath it. To understand your truth, how you are, like how you stand in all that is, who you are in all that is, and who you are in conjunction with others, with situations, with the universe. These messages have been so deep, all three of them so far. Really in a journey, but very high vibrating, very lot of wisdom coming through, new understandings, new ways of seeing ourselves. And you'll know different pole number 3. This is massive. I really want to say it's huge. And it's all about our purpose. It's all about our soul calling us forward to follow. And I love how the card says there's no right or wrong way to unfold. Just surrender what doesn't feel like truth and sink into what does. That sink into what does, I can feel that physically. And it feels good. It feels comfortable. It feels safe. But it doesn't until you sink into it. You know, a comfy sofa means nothing until you sit in it. An uncomfortable one means nothing until you use it. You know, you can have two armchairs, two sofas, two lounge chairs side by side. One is all plump and soft and beautiful. The other one's old and tatty and hard. What difference does it make? It doesn't until you go to sit on it, and then you can feel the difference. And that's this sense of feeling your way through it. Because even like if we use the sofa as an example, you sit in the sofa that's not comfortable. Well, you've got the choice to get up and move to a comfortable one. You don't have to sit there because you chose that one. It doesn't mean you have to sit there for eternity. It doesn't become yours and your only spot that you can be. And that's the same. This unfolding is going to make you realize, well, I don't feel comfortable. This is not right for me. Okay. That's a feeling. Acknowledge it. And then that's only there to show you what to move away from. Why stay there? Do you see what I mean, pole number 3? This is a beautiful message. And I'm unfolding. Your life is unfolding. And I feel that with this unfolding, you've got the sun as well. I feel there's this clarity coming. This inner light is guiding you. And vulture spirit here is just really reaffirming there's no right or wrong way for this to unfold, because vulture spirit says nothing is wasted. No life experience is wasted. No lesson is wasted. No wrong turn is wasted. It's not wrong. That wrong turn you needed to take in order to learn, in order to grow, in order to experience something different. And sometimes that experience is just showing us what we don't want. And there's nothing wrong with that. Being really aware of what we don't want, but not focusing on it, because if not we'll get drawn to it, but being aware of what we don't want enables us to really see what we do want, and then we can focus on that. So that's where our attention is, and that's where we will be drawn to. Nothing is ever wasted. None of your experiences are wasted. And sorry, I got tongue-tied there, pole number 3, because I just got a couple of messages all coming through at the same time. But Spirit really wants you to know, because I feel that some of you are going, oh, if I had just known, I just wouldn't have wasted my time. There's a sense that you haven't done the right thing. You've wasted time. There's this sense of, oh, if I had known. And I almost feel this sense of being angry with yourself. And there's hurt behind it, and there's resentment behind it. And just let it go, because everything serves us. Everything. And that's hard to accept when we're going through difficult times. I'll be the first to agree with that. It's hard when you're in the middle of a challenge to go, I'm cool. Everything happens for a reason. You know, that's really difficult. But you're going to be embracing that. You're going to be seeing that. And I feel that the vulture spirit here saying nothing is wasted is Spirit saying everything that you have been through is getting you to where you are going. And I feel you've got the 2 of Wands here. And this is you in a place of relative comfort. You've achieved. You know, I always see this as kind of the completion of a cycle, because I always feel that, you know, you're in a good place. There's a community, there's a village here, and it signals this community. You know, you have a certain level of success and comfort and achievement, but you're being called forward. The world is in your hand, and it's almost like now you're asking yourself, okay, what now? Where to next? This is the previous Ace of Wands that you accepted as the gift from the universe. It's taken you to this point. You've just accepted a new one. Where is it taking you? This is the stage. I see this. It's not really like the Page of Wands, not exactly, but it is looking. The Two of Wands is looking at your horizon and going, okay, the person that accepted this wand was a different person to who I am now. That journey has changed me. I'm now looking for a new journey that fits this new me better, that is more aligned. And you have the Sun and the Lovers. You end on 2 major arcana, which is the universe stepping in to guide you, to help you. It's this co-creation. Universe is saying, start looking at your dreams, your goals. What do you want? What do you want for this next journey? This is your bit. And then I feel like Spirit's coming in with clarity, insight, guidance. But there's joy in the Sun card. This is going to be something that you, like the sunflowers can't turn their head away from the sun, they turn their head to the sun. That's what the Sun card, it's just that this will guide your way. You just won't be able to look any other way, because this guidance is so clear and so aligned. You love everything about it. The Lovers card is also about choices. Every choice you make, you will make in love, with love in your heart towards this goal. This blue flame, it says, connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you. And I feel that that's what's guiding you. It's the love of this new journey, the love of this new purpose. Now the Lovers card says, embrace true love and deep intimate friendships. Make choices from the heart, vibrant health or recovery from an illness. And I just see this as making good choices, making choices that are aligned with you, who you are now. There's no shadows. It's not the moon where there's shadows, where there's uncertainty. The sun, to me, is always ultimate clarity. You know, just like the sunflowers, just automatically, they follow the sun throughout the whole day. They always have their face towards the sun. And I feel that's how I see you, pole number 3. The sun is the purpose, your soul's calling, what you love. I even feel that you're going to be discovering, you know, natural talents and abilities that that you might have just dismissed before. But as you shine your inner light, you're actually going to see so much more of yourself. And I just feel you're just going to have so much more to offer others, the world, you know, the community. Oh, beautiful message, pole number 3. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to wish you again a very happy Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. Lots of love and light, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you today. We have dreams, We have Wombat Spirit, be at home. We have innovation. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. It's an interesting mix of cards. Let's see what messages we can come to from them. So your first card and the overall energy for this week, pile number 4, is dreams. The universe speaks to you through your dreams. And I feel this is not just the dreams that you dream at night, though this card is talking about those dreams, but I feel it's also about your dreams as in your goals. So Spirit is guiding you. I feel Spirit is trying to communicate with you, pile number 4. And it's going to be through new inspirations, like new inspirations as in new dreams and goals that you might have for yourself, giving you ideas. And also through your dreams at night, like the way you dream at night. So pay attention to those. See what messages come through. Are you having dreams that are filled with anxiety? Are you having dreams where you're really doing amazing things like flying, or, you know, being able to breathe underwater, or, you know, those kinds of dreams that kind of show, you know, the impossible made possible, don't they? But whatever your dreams are, even if they're nightmares, you know, they still teach us something. Oh, sorry, not teach, I beg your pardon. They still show us something about our subconscious or about the unconscious part of us. And I'm really sensing this, the universe speaks to you. I'm really getting that the universe is trying to communicate with you. And I feel it's trying to communicate with you in order for you to either change the dreams and goals you have at the moment, or to align with them, or to see them. But there's a sense that the universe is speaking to you. The universe is guiding you. The universe is, I'm even trying to get your attention. Let's see why. The next card is innovation. And it says, this new age we are living in requires conscious innovation and altruistic upheaval on every level. You are being called to be inventive, to create fresh ways to flourish, both personally and as part of your community. Gosh, well, there we have it. This is the direction Spirit's trying to move you in. It's almost like undoing what you know, pole number 4, in order for you to be able to move ahead. I'm getting the image of a classically trained ballerina or a classically trained musician, and then suddenly they want to go into I don't know what you call it, like freestyle dancing, or into rock music or something like that. You know, they almost have to unlearn what they've learned. You know, a ballerina is very structured, it's very controlled. Free dancing is the opposite. Well, I don't know if it's the opposite, but it's very different. So there is a sense of having to unlearn what you know, or what you think you know, in order to free up space to follow this new path. And there is a sense that this goal or dream that you've been drawn towards, it is for your benefit, but also for the greater community, for those around you. So in some way, this dream is of service. This goal is of service to others. And innovation takes experimenting. It's the new. It's often what has not been done before. You know, it's like invention. You know, when you invent something, well, it didn't exist before you invented it. And innovation, it's kind of like you need to innovate your mind, innovate the way that you do things in order to be open enough to see this new dream or goal, because it's different. And I'm getting as well pole number 4, which is quite a big message, but I feel that you need to be different in order to follow this path. Now, I'm being asked to clarify that because your soul is your soul throughout. It doesn't change. Your soul is everything. But we, the human aspect of ourselves, we change. Our points of view change. We change our mind. Our tastes change. You know, food that we liked when we were young, you know, we don't like so much, and vice versa. So we, the human part of us, changes a lot. And it's that part of you that needs to change, needs to evolve. I almost feel like the invention is almost the new you. You are going to be bringing forth a different version of yourself, not a fake, not wearing masks and putting on fronts and things like that. No, this is authentic. But you need to be fundamentally different. You need to think differently, act differently, in order to fulfill this. And I feel that's what you're going through. And I'm going to read these two cards together, which might seem a bit odd, but and the Wombat Spirit says, be at home. And the Four of Swords is about rest. It's about relaxation. It's about taking time out. Meditation. It can even be about recuperation. But it's slowing down to rest or to see things as they are. And I'm really feeling with you, pole number 4, with this massive change that you're undergoing. I just feel that you're going to be exhausted. I feel you're going to feel drained. You're going to feel, I'm just seeing you walk up a hill. So there's a sense of this, everything will feel like it takes a great amount of effort. Spirit saying, stay close to home. This is not a time to go doing huge things. If you know you normally exercise a lot, maybe just pare it back a little bit, not completely, but a little bit. Give your body, because when we change, our body changes as well. So our minds, our ideas, our beliefs change, and we also change our vibration, which impacts us on a physical level, and that takes our body a lot of energy, which requires a lot of rest. And I'm really feeling that in your reading, regardless of all the rest that's going on. And this is what a Spirit is saying, this is the energy to embrace. This is what you need if you want to do something. This is the energy to do it in. Slowly, restfully. Give your body time to recuperate. I'm being told as well, uptake your water and lessen your alcohol. And of course, everything else that comes with good health, eating, getting fresh air, that kind of thing. But I'm definitely not here to give you, medical advice or health advice in any way. But this is really just resting, because I get the sense that your body is going to be under a lot of strain, and so is your mind as you change and you evolve. And the wombat lives in a burrow. So that's cocooned. It's safe, it's quiet, it's dark. And I feel that you need this time to really embrace what you're going through. Give your body time and your mind as well. You know, it'll be racing with all these new ideas and these new thoughts, and you know, you'll be asking yourself, well, do I believe that? Do I still believe this? Some of you, I really feel you're going to go as far to say is like, well, who am I now? It's funny that that's actually come through, because I heard, now where did I hear it? I heard it on YouTube. It'll come back to me, I hope. And she said, that's not, when you find yourself asking, who am I? That's not the question you should ask. You should be asking, who do I want to be now? And that really struck home. And it's funny that, you know, this is coming through in your reading, but there, you are changing so much that, you know, the 3D part of you, your body, your mind, is really going to need help with this. It's really going to need time. And then you have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Cups is oh, sorry, thank you very much, Spirit. So the person that said that was Joanna. Now she's the mystic healer, or Joanna the Healer, I think her YouTube channel might be called, but she's the one that said what I said earlier about which question to ask yourself. So now with the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, I like how they've got their back to each other, and I don't feel well, actually, I'm just being told for some of you there is disconnect, but the bigger message here is that take time with your emotions, then take time with your everyday life, because your pentacles are the everyday life. They're the tangible part of the world. Take time in your world, and with both, having time in each area, giving each area time, you will see how you feel about things. Look at your emotions, because our emotions and our feelings, they guide us towards knowledge, towards understanding that then we can apply in our world. Now the Seven of Pentacles for me is all about deciding if all the work you've done up until now is worth it. Is this still the direction that you're going in? I can tell you for a fact, pole number 4, it isn't. You are changing so much that the path you are on is no longer your path. And it's going to be your emotions. The Queen of Cups here understands her emotions. She acknowledges them. She accepts them. She sees them for the gift that they are. They're her guidance. They help her understand what she feels about something, whether she should move towards something or away from something. And I feel it's acknowledging your emotions when you're in different aspects of your life. You know, when you get up in the morning to go to work, every morning does your stomach tighten? You've got to look at that. When you speak to somebody, do you feel your throat closing up? You've got to look at that. You know, do you go to work with joy? Look at that. That's not going to be something that you change then, but it takes honesty. Your emotions won't lie to you, pole number 4, but you might lie to yourself in real life. And that's why your emotions is going to be paramount. And slowing down, taking time out will enable you to really look at those emotions, to make the best choices in your everyday life for the person that you are now becoming, in order to follow your dreams, your goals, and the guidance of your soul. I'm going to leave it there, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. I want to take this time to wish you a very Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. Love and light, my friends. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.